Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm here with Moaz, my father, and he's an electrical engineer. And today he's gonna explain to us what electrical engineering is and his experiences as an electrical engineer. So first of all, how did you decide to become an electrical engineer?
So basically, from early on, like from starting from seventh, eighth, ninth grade, you would start understanding that there are some courses that you have a special interest in, and you have those are your strong courses, versus some courses that you are not so great in. So it happened that mine interest lied in in mathematics from very early stages, actually very early grades. From ninth grade and 10th grade, I knew that I am good in math and science. They were just something that I interested me, and I would love to study them. So then I realized that when you go to college, you have to take courses in different majors, and engineering was one of the majors where there is more math, there is more science courses, and eventually leading up to other courses. So that's basically what I decided to go into this profession, to go into engineering. And actually my father was an engineer himself, which also inspired me to progress in that direction.
What courses did you take in college, and what universities did you attend?
I was in Florida for my high school, so I started from Florida State University in College of Engineering. So in those early on, you would take, if you go into College of Engineering, basically there are common courses that you would take across any different, across different engineering. If you were a mechanical, electrical, civil, different ones. But you will take the common courses, which would be Calculus 1, Calculus 2, Calculus 3 even. Then physics. Physics would be one. Those were general courses. And so I went to Florida State University a year and a half, and then after that I moved to University of Oklahoma, where it was more geared towards electrical engineering. So and then within electrical engineering, you have you have options to take courses in power, courses in semiconductor, courses in communications, in networking. So I decided to go into communication. So I took more communication courses, like digital communication. Communication basically means how voice, or how you communicate from point A to point B, how it goes, what are the machinery behind it, how it's carried to transport, for instance. So so then you start taking more electrical engineering courses. So even in universities, you would take, for instance, initially your courses would be ENGR, 101 engineer, ENGR.
That's just engineering in general.
Yeah. And then you would start taking EE 201, electrical engineering. So circuits, electronics, how a transistor, capacitor, all those things work, capacitor, inductor, those would be covered in electronics, electrical circuits. Then electromagnetics, that's actually one of the very tough courses, electromagnetics, where you would learn how when a sound or when a electrical signal travels, there are waves around it that creates interference into other networks. So you would learn all this, and you would move. There is another very important, few very important courses is lab. You would actually learn. You would take the electrical engineering lab. You may even get to design your own projects. A long time ago, I designed wireless speaker system. So, and then I also went to University of Oklahoma for bachelor's, and I went to University of Texas for my graduate school.
Okay. What is electrical engineering, and what is your job specifically in your field of electrical engineering?
Yeah, very good question. So electrical engineering, some people may think, okay, it's electrical, so something to do with electricity. That's not necessarily the case. Within electrical engineering, you can choose power. Mm-hmm. Power is where the power is generated. How would you generate power? Kilowatts, and then transport it from point A to point B. How the wiring is, you're responsible for designing that. That's power. I did take a course in power also, but then there is networking, for instance. So networking is where you have IP address communication, where currently you send an email. How does it go from you to somebody else, where you send an email? So that's called networking. Networking is where there are routers, switches, There is optical gear that transports so much bandwidth, so much traffic from, traffic meaning your email or your voice or, things like that. So that's within electrical engineering. You have all these different courses. Semiconductor is another one, very important, where you learn to design chips. So in electrical engineering, you would decide within electrical engineering, which area you want to specifically get your expertise in.
So which one did you what's your expertise?
So from early on, I actually decided I took semiconductor and communications. Communication was my major. So within electrical engineering, I took a lot of digital communication courses, and then some semiconductor as well.
What companies have you worked for, and how long have you worked for each company?
So I started in '94. So I started with DSC, which is Digital Switching Circuits. DSC, Alcatel bought them, so they're located in Plano. I worked there for about 3 years. After that, I moved to Nortel. I worked there for about 3 years as well, and then I joined the Cisco in 2000, and I have been with Cisco since 2000 to now.
What is some advice you would give a high school student who is interested in becoming an electrical engineer?
So my advice would be there is a lot of growth as you have in your in your lifetime, as you have seen it. So since I graduated, there has been so much growth, tremendous amount of growth in communications alone. The internet traffic has exploded. The wireless, the Wi-Fi's you see now these days, right? So everybody has connectivity. Everybody expects to have connectivity, and with the high speed. So high speed requires bandwidth.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is, electrical engineering, there is a lot of growth that has happened, and I would say there's a lot of growth. There is a lot of potential still. So if I would advise people who have interest in electrical engineering, who have interest in learning how does the communication work, how does traffic go from point A to point B, I would say go for electrical engineering. Within electrical engineering, go for networking. Currently I'm in Cisco. I'm in a networking field, so basically I'm responsible for Time Warner Cable, AT&T, their network, their huge network, right? So it's an infrastructure that is laid upon, and they use Cisco gear, which is routers, switches, and then optical. I have worked across all these different fields. So within electrical engineering, I would advise to work very hard, starting from now on. Make it your ambition. You make it a passion for yourself to learn electrical engineering. Go for electrical engineering and start working from now. Meaning, start doing good in mathematics, pay more attention in math. Science, do good in school, and then on the side, I would also advise to kind of think or do more research. Research is pretty much available to everyone now. You can search on Google. What are these MAC addresses? What is IP address?
Yeah.
What does it mean? What is IPv6? What is IPv4? So start building some of these concepts for now on, and I'm pretty sure they will interest you to go onwards with electrical engineering.
Jazakumullah khairan for your time and for sharing your experiences. And as you can see here, this is a certificate. It says Cisco Certified Internet Network Expert, which is inshallah a very high award. And I saw him earn it maybe around a year ago. So even till now, he's been working hard and learning. And so that just shows that you never stop learning. You're always learning new things, and you're always working for everything you earn. But alhamdulillah, I think you're happy, aren't you? You're happy where you're at, and your hard work pays off. So jazakumullah khairan. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Inshallah, all you guys learned something, and inshallah, we'll see some successful electrical engineers in our Muslim community.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.